Hey friend, grab your coffee or whatever you are drinking and let's chat. Today I want to talk about time blocking. Okay, now before you totally zone out or turn me off, stay with me here. I want to talk about it in a really simplistic way. And it's not really about controlling your day. It's about reducing mental clutter. Have you ever had this happen to you? I hope you can relate, because it's definitely happened to me, where you're doing something and you're like, shoot, I have to do laundry. Okay, I'm going to do that right after this. And then 5 things later, you're like, laundry. And you do something else and you get distracted. Pretty soon it's 10:30 at night, and what hasn't gotten done yet? Laundry. So I want to reduce that mental clutter, show you a way that time blocking can actually do that and help your calendar and your life feel more organized. My name is Angie. I'm a personal strategy coach. I support driven working moms to create rock solid systems at home, so dinner isn't a last minute scramble, kids' logistics are not chaos, and self-care isn't an afterthought. Instead of guilt and exhaustion, you can finally feel present, energized, and in control of the life you are building while also having time for yourself. Yes, time for yourself. If you are joining the live or catching the replay, please let me know you're here, and thank you so very much for coming. I would love to know, what is your favorite tea or coffee? I feel like I need something different or new, so drop that in the comments. What's your favorite tea or coffee? Okay, time blocking gets a bad rap because people think it's having your day planned out minute to minute, hour by hour, whatever. And, it can be true for some, and truth be told, that is true for me. However, it doesn't have to be that way for everyone. And the way that I love to show you different systems and strategies is to take it into small pieces and build upon it, because it is shown that if you take something and you break it down into a small part, get that kind of under control, and then build from there, you're going to hang on to that longer. So before we even talk about time blocking now, what we need to do is we need a place to put our time, right? So this can be a planner with time slots. Now, I really strongly recommend you don't jump there. Many of hundreds of dollars, I am sure, in my life has been spent on finding the perfect planner. So don't start there. Do easy. Let's break it down to simple. Take a piece of paper, turn it on its side. On the top, write the days of the week, and on the side, write the hour that you wake up till about the hour that you're getting ready for bed. And then break it down in increments of either 30 minutes or 60 minutes. I'll let you choose, okay? You can, again, do this on a piece of paper. If that is what you choose to do, then go ahead and make sure to make a copy of that before you write on it, so you don't have to recreate this every single week. Or certainly, if you are computer savvy and you want to do it on the computer and print it off, that is great too. Nothing fancy, just something simple. Should take you like 5 minutes. Now, here's a layered approach to time blocking. Okay, we're going to start really small. The first thing you're going to do is anything in your week, you are going to put in your calendar that has a set time that has to be done. If you go to a job from 8 to 4, that can't be adjusted, right? So you're going to write 8 to 4, whatever days you're working. If you have a doctor's appointment, that really can't be adjusted. You can't show up 2 hours later or the next day. So put that in. If you're having coffee with a friend, typically, you can adjust it, but it's like you got to show up at that time. So put that in. All of those things that have a set time is what you want to put in your planner, your piece of paper, whatever it is right now. And that's it. Don't do anything else. If you've already done this, you can move to step 2. If this is something new to you, I want you to sit with this for a week or 2 weeks or 4 weeks until this feels comfortable to you. Because what this is going to allow you to do is it's going to allow you to look at your piece of paper at a week at a glance. And if somebody calls you, say Wednesday, and says, hey, you want to grab lunch on Saturday, you can look at your week and be like, oh my gosh, later this week, I still have a doctor's appointment and I have coffee. And I normally don't do either of those things in my week. I feel like that's just gonna overwhelm me to go ahead and also grab lunch. So though I do want to get lunch, I'm gonna say instead, oh my gosh, I would love to, can we do that next week or the week after instead? Because you're seeing your week is already pretty full. So that is layer one. Layer two, you're going to write in the things that can flex. These would be things like dinner, although I could argue that could go into layer one. You choose whichever one you want to put it in. The important thing is with the time that you allot for dinner, it's the time to eat it and the time to make it. Now, I don't care if the making it means you're actually making the meal, or if you're grabbing it from a restaurant, or if you're having leftovers, whatever it is, the time to get the food on the table until the time you are done eating it, block off the time that it's going to take for that. Other things that you could put in here would be like maybe cleaning the bathroom or vacuuming, or, just the things that can kind of flex throughout the week that need to get done. They just don't need to have a set time. Now, they are still part of your life. And if we don't give them space, they normally get put off. Kind of like the laundry example where you're like, oh shoot, laundry. Okay, yep, I'm going to do it. And then you totally forget about it. What this is going to do is this is going to alleviate a lot of the brain clutter, because you don't have to think about laundry until Wednesday, because that's the day you have to do laundry. And so Wednesday rolls around and you look at your day and you're like, oh, I'm doing laundry tonight. Okay, that's great. And then you do laundry. You're not thinking about the 20 other things, because those 20 other things have a place in your week. So they either got done by this point in time that Wednesday is, or it has space that it's going to get accomplished. This is where this is super powerful, because your brain is not so cluttered. You don't have to remember everything. It's right there in front of you. Now, if this is working great and you don't need to move on to phase 3, and this brings you a lot of peace and less chaos in your life, then stay here. Stay here for months. Stay here for a year, for forever, however you want to do that. But if you're thinking, you know what, I still want to get to level 3 and use this even more powerfully than what I do right now, that's when everything in your brain is going to have a place. Like literally everything. Like, shoot, I have to pay for my kids' lunch for next month. That doesn't really necessarily take 30 minutes. It's like a quick checkoff task, but you don't want to forget that's going to go in your planner. So everything is going to have a space, or you can kind of think about it like each time of the day is going to have something that filled it. Now, does it have to be filled with something quote unquote productive? No. You can have it as white space. You can have it as catch-up time. You can have it as to-do list. I'll tell you about that in a minute. You can have it as, a bath, a walk, a nap, whatever it is. You can go ahead and create space for that. And what this is going to allow you to do is it's going to allow you're going to brain dump everything in your head at the beginning of the week when you start filling in your planner. And what it's going to do is it's going to allow you to filter all of those things throughout your week. And it's going to show you one of two things. One, either you have way too many things for your week that cannot fit in your week. So let's be realistic and remove the least important things. And that's on your list for next week then, or just not on your list at all. Or it's going to show you that, you know what? A lot of my time is spent in my head trying to remember what to do. And then I do these little things that really don't make a difference and I really don't have to get done, but I can't sit still. And so I got to do something. And so you pick the things that are least productive because you can't remember what really are the things that you need to do, like laundry. So that is one of the categories you're going to fall into. So now, for a lot of people, it makes sense to start their planner after work. So if in the morning, say you have a morning routine, you get up, you wash your face, you eat breakfast, you get the kids ready, you leave at 7:30 to be to work for 8, and it's the same every day, and that runs pretty smoothly. You don't have to fill in all those little things in the morning. That's not going to serve you. It's just going to make more work for you. And if you're at work from 8 to 4, you could just write work 8 to 4. I mean, you could organize your work day like this, but I would say that would probably be a level 4. So maybe get the home stuff under control first and then do your work list. So you're going to start your day at 4 o'clock. And so it could look like this. It could be pick up kids between 4 and 5. And then 5 to 6, you're going to have supper. I want you to write what you're going to have. And that way you know how much time to allot and what you're going to be doing. Because again, we're brain dumping, we're taking all of that chaos out of our brain and just making it more calm, right? So what are you having for dinner? Today in this example is gonna be leftovers, okay? And then your daughter has to go to dance class, and that's from 6 to 7:30. Actually, dance class is 6:15 to 7:15, but you need to put travel time in there because otherwise you will be behind. Lesson learned, okay? So 6 to 7:30 is dance, and then homework is going to be from 7:30 to 8:30. Now, your way that you do homework, let's just say, is the kids sit down, do their homework, you support them for a little bit, then you can kind of go off and do your thing for a few minutes and then come back and check on them, and you can kind of go back and forth. So maybe your 6 or 7:30 to 8:30 is homework / clean bathroom. But if you are someone who homework looks like you have to stay right there, you have to help them the whole time, there is no clean bathroom, it's just homework. You can't double layer it. And that's going to save you a lot of peace, knowing that you can't double up on things because you've tried every single day and it's stressful. And then 8:30 to whenever is bedtime. And that's, again, wrapping up for bed. And you can list it all out if it helps you, or you just know you're gonna wash your face, you're gonna brush your teeth, you're gonna read books to the kids, you're gonna get them to bed, you're gonna watch a show, you know your rhythm, then that's great. You don't have to fill it in. Now, each thing has a moment, so you're not constantly deciding, right? It's not chaos in your head trying to figure out what's to do next. So what do you do with, okay, school lunches have to get paid for next month, or shoot, I need to remember to text Susie and I keep forgetting. What do you do with those things that take literally 5 minutes, but they have to get done and you want them out of your brain? You can have a to-do note on the side of your planner, or at the top of your day, you can write the things that you need to get done. And then in the actual time slot for your planner, take 30 minutes and just write to-do. It's important now that your to-do list is not longer than the time you give it. So make sure that stays in check. All right, my friend, if time blocking feels overwhelming, again, start with that first level and just build. Stop when you feel the calm and you're like, hey, I don't need to go any farther, then that's great. Don't go any farther. That is what's meant for you. And if you're like, no, now it feels good, level 1 feels good, and I want to continue this, then jump into level 2, all right? Your planner is meant to support your life. It's not meant to overwhelm it. And if you're thinking, okay, Angie, I love this concept, but it still is quite overwhelming to me and I just need support walking through this, reach out. I would love to support you, because even a little bit of structure can bring a whole lot of calm, my friend. Thanks for joining me for Coffee Chat today. I'll see you next time.